One thing I really disliked when I came back to America from China was tipping people, bruh. I spent 2 years in China never worrying about tips. I went to a restaurant in the airport. I was in LA. Bruh, as soon as I paid, she turned that iPad around so fast, like a big ass iPad right in my face. And look, it started at 20%. Grab my finger, I started adjusting the percentage. Like, hold on, let me think about how much. As soon as I paid, she just like, how much would you like to tip? I'm like, damn. So stupid, bruh. Another thing I don't like is how they waste all this damn food in America. You got all these people starving in different countries, and we over here paying all this money, tipping all this money, and people don't even finish their food. Probably because all the food has too much ingredients in it. You bloated by the time you take 3 or 4 bites. All that salt, oil, they got tip jars, they got all this stuff for tips. Just pay the workers more money. Y'all making 7 figures a year. What you need my tip for? Like, think about it. You come in there, tell me to donate, and you wasting food. I'm gonna lie, bruh. Stuff like this made me never want to tip again. It's not in my control. Y'all wasting the food. Don't go to China. They racist. They don't like black people. That's why I left, because they hate black people. They hate black people so much, they'll fly you over there for free and give you a nice, fully furnished apartment and pay you the same salary that you are currently making in America or even more. They're going to invite you to dinners, give you all these free gifts that you don't even ask for. And if you got a family, yeah, they hate them too. They hate black families, because what they're going to do with black families, not only they're going to fly all of y'all out to China, not only that, if you're working for a school, if you have kids, they can go to school for free. And by the way, international schools are extremely expensive overseas. But if you work for that school will give you benefits for your children. They crazy, they racist. So please don't go to China. Don't go to China. Stay in America. America has everything you need. You can work, you can get your car, you can travel, you get a free apartment, everything fully furnished, you get the full summer off, and you get a bonus every year in America. Why would you leave America? Don't leave America. America is great.
It is your boy Black Ronin, but back on at it again with another banger and fire video for y'all's out here today. They're y'all. Welcome on back to the channel. But guys, this might be one of my most controversial videos I think I made in a long time. But y'all seen those first few videos, the title, but I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't know. Could everything that we knew about China be wrong? You know, I'm starting to second question everything, because I've seen how, number one, how dumb a lot of Americans can be. And a lot of Americans, they just don't think outside the box. Anything the media feeds them, no matter if it's like, nobody questions anything. And it's really scary here, because we have seen how basically the dark side of American media, like American media is really diabolical over here. It really is. You know, because I remember back in the day, people used to get out, they used to do stuff, go out and about, but then over time we started to get more and more isolated. It's very scary, honestly. And just the way America is fear-mongered everybody so much. It's crazy how bad we get fear-mongered over here as Americans. But I don't know, guys. Hey, this is something to really think about. Now, I haven't reached out to this brother right here, Worldwide Hassan, but hey, guys, could potentially us melanated people, you know, black of all shades, mulatto, this, like guys, could China be our next place to really call home? And would we be happier to be in a place like China than America? After everything this brother right here just dissected of his life over there in China, I'm starting to second guess America. And let's be honest, guys, if you're a young person in America, especially a young man in general, do you even see a future here? Because I don't. I definitely don't see a future in America. In fact, I'm leaving America next year. I got my passport. I'm aiming for Vietnam. Now, the original plan, you know, because my YouTube channel is about to get monetized. Thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I just got to get my watch time up. But, you know, that's really all I got left. So the YouTube channel and, you know, try to do some business out there in Vietnam. and I'll, see what I can do, how much ground I can cover out there. That's the goal. But the backup plan, if I don't make enough money, to be able to continue staying there after 6 months or a year, most likely I'll probably be able to stay up there to a year probably. But, if the money starts to dry up a little bit and I need to come back, the plan was to bounce back and forth. So I'll come back, work another seasonal job, because right now I'm about to start a seasonal job and stack up the money so I can dip out of America. But yeah, so the goal, basically, like, if I gotta come back to America, is just to work basically work another seasonal job. After I make that money, fly back over to Vietnam, and I'll just be back and forth. But now I'm starting to second guess that, because number one, I really don't want to come back and forth to America. I know the quality is going to be poor and poor and poor. And then on top of that, the US dollar is dwindling. So my buying power is going to be atrocious coming back and forth. But then look at China. China is so technologically advanced. When I be looking at the videos, like, they are really doing their thing over there. Now, we have heard some crazy stuff about China. We're told that, hey, they're, stay away. But I don't know, guys. I think we should learn more, because the way we live in America, and listen, if you're just an American in general, but especially a melanated person, I don't think we should kick it over here in America like that. For me personally, the number one thing I hate about America, outside of just the media fear mongering everybody, is the lack of people that want to work together. Like, guys, I was trying to get friends and people I know to come together so we can do business outside of America, get their money up, but ain't nobody want to do it. Maybe only 2 of them might be on board, but I said, well, shit, if I'm gonna be literally going, practically, like, guys, let's be honest. In America, you really kind of only, like, I'm not gonna say you're on your own, but if you're trying to build yourself up, it's a lonely journey. So if I can't even get people to come together in my own country to get some, like basically get things done and make things shake, well, like, why on earth would I waste my time here when I can go somewhere else where I would get a lot more respect? And on top of that, people will be willing to work with me more, because they never really seen me like that. Sure, they seen us on TV, but they haven't seen a melanated person, in real life like that, or at least not a lot of us, But I will say this, if we happen to do go over there to China, other parts of the world, I will say this, guys, make sure we're coming over there with our best behavior, have a positive image, because our image in America is ruined. It's not fully our fault. You can blame the mainstream media for that, and a lot of the things that went down, and also just the fear mongering of the media. So like I said, our media is very diabolical, but I don't see no future here. I even told my dad this, like, I think last week I said, Dad, I do not see a future here. I'm getting out of here. I got my YouTube channel I'm gonna monetize. I'm stacking up this money. I'm dipping. I can't take it no more here. I do not see no future. Working a job seems pointless. No matter how much I work, I just don't feel like I'm getting anything in return. And I'm not about to live like that. So if I got to bounce back and forth from, kicking it in a country, doing my thing over there, building myself up, and then bouncing back to make money, in America, and then leave again, that's the type of time I'm on, because I'm tired of just wasting my energy in a place that I don't feel like I'm really gaining anything from. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people do feel like that. And I'm just tired of seeing how many people are divided. Then on top of that, like I said earlier, I can't get anybody to work together. Trying to get people to work together here is horrible. Like, people do not think that they can do anything great, or do anything big that can go anywhere. Like in America, guys, it sucks. Everybody has a mentality. It has to be now. It's gotta be now. Oh, it needs to happen quick. That's not how life works. Especially as a man, your growth takes time. It's the little things that's gonna add up over time. And then I know they're gonna I know it's gonna be some angry people with me, especially people that know me, because when I pop off, they think I'm finna look back. They're crazy. I'm like, y'all ain't even subscribed to my YouTube channel. Y'all ain't gave me no shout out. Nothing. But once I start popping and it's socially acceptable to start actually liking me, then then y'all want to come around and be like, oh, Al, we knew you can do it. Black Ronin, you already know. I'm like, nah. I'm not about to, cause I already see these losers all coming out and like literally out the woodworks and be like, hey man, you can help me out over here. No, I ain't helping you out. I'm not about to give you a leg up. When I tried to get everybody together, you did not reach out to me. Like y'all did not want to put y'all money together and go do something great with me. So hell no, I ain't looking back. And the way I see it, hey, if I gotta operate this lonely to build myself up, I'd rather take my chances and go risk it in another country with people who never seen me before and who be down and look at my vision and be like, you know what? He's going somewhere. Let me help him. I'd rather risk it like that. Yeah, than try to get Americans to try to get together, because let's be honest, a lot of Americans, if it ain't mainstream or something really big, you just can't get their attention. I'm not saying you can't, but it's a lot harder, because we became such a consumerist society. So the little people that's building themselves up, yeah, this is the worst place to do it at. America's a terrible place to do business unless you're rich and very well known. Or, like, I don't know, man. Like, you have to really go above and beyond to really go savage with business over here. I don't want to do it over here. Too much regulations. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, it's a mess over here. But another thing too, I got to mention too, guys, look at Africa as well. Because I know one thing, the day Africa becomes like a real superpower continent, you do not want to be here in America. Like, you want to be in either Africa or Asia, one of the two. Because when Africa gets strong and they gain control over their resources, because best believe China and Africa has been working together. China is going to really take Africa to the top. And a lot of African countries, they're more down to work with China than Africa. They're more down to work with China than America. When you look at the stats and stuff, if I'm not mistaken, it could have changed, but don't quote me on that. I do believe they work a lot more with China. Again, not all of them, but it's going to be a scary time when Africa becomes a superpower. So when Africa and China are really doing their thing, you do not want to be here in America, because America relies off of resources. They do not, guys, we just don't manufacture really anything here. It's really pathetic, that the amount of things that we just don't manufacture on our own. Everything's outsourced. And which I understand, is cheaper, but it's there's gotta be a level of control of that. So that way we're not in a situation now where it's oh, okay, now look at this country. They say, oh, you know what? We gonna raise our prices, really milk the Americans. Since they keep coming over, okay, we gonna raise the price on them. I think that's a big reason why all this inflation is going on. I'm telling you, man, I think China and certain other countries, they got a good grip on America right now. And it's clearly showing, because America, just the way it built itself up, America really paying for its sins. Being honest with you, they really paying for their sins, and it's time to get out. Now, a lot of y'all gonna be like, why not Africa? Listen, I love Africa. In fact, I would actually encourage everybody to check out Africa. But in terms of just easy access, a country, countries you can just go to and migrate very easily, with not really no visa problems or nothing like that, you really can't beat a lot of Asian countries. And then on top of that, if you ain't got much money, I would definitely say Asia all day. And then There's a lot that comes with Africa. Not everywhere, but bribery. You know, Africa is notorious for bribing, pretty bad. Like, it ain't like other countries. Okay, cool. They bribe you in other countries. It ain't too bad. Few dollars upcharge. In Africa, it can get really crazy. But like I said, Africa is still a solid zone long term, especially South Africa, if you're into real estate. But I would say come to Africa if you got your finances fully in, like fully on in control. Then I would say go to Africa. But if you just starting out, I would go to Southeast Asia, like I'm about to do, because it's just way more cheaper. Your money's gonna go farther, and it's developed enough. In fact, there's parts that are super developed, and it's way, way cheap too, super, super cheap. That's why I would say Asia is really the future for right now, just starting out. And even long term, not a bad option. But Africa is going to be a big superpower one day. Mark my word. One of these days, Africa is going to be up there neck and neck with China. They're going to be the biggest allies of the world. And guess what? It's going to make America very terrified. Because once Africa come up, America is finna fall. They already falling, but they really, really finna fall. You thought it was bad now? Oh, man. You ain't seen shit. Because when Africa pops around and pop up, and they doing it out there like China, oof. Boy. You don't want to be in America, I'm going to tell you that much. Because, like I said, America relies heavily off of foreign resources. And it's been a problem for so long. America has gotten so comfortable of doing it, relying off of all these different resources to thrive, and then overcharge you, the American, which is something they paid a fraction of the price overseas, but they charge you an arm and a leg over here. Yeah, but yeah, guys, right now America is really paying for its sins right now, and it's clear as day. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, man, I can never leave. I can never go over here. Like, we can't even get black people to all go to Africa. How the hell are we going to get them to go to China? Hey, if that didn't motivate you from Worldwide Hassan, everything he just told you, I don't know what else is going to motivate you. But also another thing, too, like I said, guys, if you do come over to these countries, carry yourself with some respect and everything, like when you step out there, represent everybody in a good, positive light. Don't come out there on no foolishness. Now, if you want to go run around and, dip around different people, that's on you. But other than that, at least have some class with yourself, Don't come out there thinking you finna do some illegal shit and you finna treat it like America. No. You better stay over here if you're on that type of time. But if you're on that positive time, then yes, take the leap of faith. And also another thing too, hit the gym. Look your best. Present yourself in a decent light. If you coming out here fat and out of shape, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not saying you can't, but it's like when you get over there, really focus on your health. But that's all I gotta say, guys. It's your boy Black Ronin. Oh, one more thing, guys, before I wrap this up. If you need any help with getting a passport, I can help you out. I can assist you. I got my passport. Very, very easy process. Now, some of y'all are going to be like, well, it's so easy. Why can't I just do it on my own? Granted, you can, but there's a lot of little things that you can miss. I almost missed when I was getting my passport. And I don't want y'all to skip over it by accident and get up there to the post office and you looking stuck like, dang, I really got to turn around, go back home, do all this other stuff, go over here, and then come right back, I want to help you avoid that. So if you need help getting your passport, let me know. Here's my email right here. Be chime ready and only $20. I'll get on the phone with you, walk you through the whole process, send you everything that you need, and we'll go on from there. But that's all I got to say. It's your boy Black Ronin. Like and subscribe, share. Y'all take it easy.